What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to chapters 377 and 378. Feels a little surreal being back with Berserk. It's been 3 or so months now, so yeah, definitely going to have to recap myself here. But looking forward to this. I did see that 378 was released, I think yesterday. I didn't get any update on 377, so I will obviously cover that here, 377, 378, but I definitely need to kind of have some kind of alarm or know when the chapters release so I can actually realize they come out in the future, rather than just I just randomly stumbled across a tweet saying that this came out, so I was pretty lucky. Maybe I'll just check every month or so, but yeah, again, definitely need a recap here. Looking forward to getting back into it though. As I said, it's been quite a long time. I think we ended off with Guts and everyone going with Silat to their kind of stronghold, and Elfhelm unfortunately got destroyed by Griffith and co. Casco got taken, and yeah, can't remember too much other than that, to be honest with you. Don't know why I really remember this shot for some reason. Dude just eating an apple. Well, I guess we'll get straight into it. Hopefully more will come back to me as I do read. Do let me know what you guys think about these new chapters though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I don't think these will be awfully long, but we will see. And I'm not really sure where to read them either. I guess I'll just read it on this this source, but there is another source. I'll read it on this one. Okay, so I'm not sure who these guys are. The Viper in his bosom. In his bosom, huh? Okay. So we've got quite a lot of stuff concerning Silat's people in this chapter. It's a nice cover artwork, isn't it? Sparkly. Okay, let's get into it. The hell are these? Giant elephants. Demons in the streets, that's crazy. Those are elephants. They're powerful but docile and reliable creatures. Look. I've never met an elephant. I think they're pretty cool creatures though. Scary, just because their sheer weight and size. But pretty cool. I'd be quite scared to meet one, I think. Strange because I think there's predators out there I'd maybe be a little bit less scared to meet, but again, just because of they can accidentally just kill you, it's like the scary thing. They're like they can be perhaps playful, they just want to play with you and then they end up just sitting on you and not your lower half's just been crushed. The Kushan Empire is so alien to us that it may seem like a whole other world, but strip away the differences of tongue and skin, and we're all the same humans. Comrades. Huh? Is that so? But no spirits around here, huh? Everyone. We, as outsiders, have been permitted to dwell in this land and put down roots as citizens of Kushan. But we are practitioners of the sorcerous arts. Do not forget that Elf Island lives ever in our hearts. Yeah. Is that clear? That's the thing. You can take the people away from their homeland, but deep down you can't take the homeland away from the people, I don't think. It's like what I've been thinking about recently, like material possessions that have value, some kind of like sentimental value. At the end of the day, even if that item that which you cherish so much is destroyed, the meaning of that kind of stays with you. Why like my favorite anime and such. The meaning of it and the feeling it had on me will always be, and that's like Code Geass, for example. I now know, like, after many years, like that was one of the first anime I watched. I know that probably doesn't hold up as well. I've rewatched it a few times, and it doesn't hold up as well as it did in that first watch. But the feeling I had on that first watch will always stay with me, and that's why it's special anime to me. Same with like Clan and After Story and such. Just the effect it had, even though it's no longer kind of, I'm not watching it right now, for example. And again, I feel like the same with, obviously you don't want to lose something precious to you, but if you do lose a precious item, it's like, just think of the feeling you had towards it, and that's almost just as good. Kind of sounds a bit soppy, I know. But yeah, I've been thinking about that recently. Lord Rickett. We, rootless castaways, most humbly thank you for taking us in. Oh, I didn't. As sorcerers, we choose to make astral lands our abode. Thus, we are too detached from worldly matters. Who knows what would have become of us had you not judged us worthy? What is this, another lecture? Come on now, Morda. Where are you going? The rebel, Morda. I don't know if I mentioned this, I think I did, but yeah, I don't think these chapters are awfully long, just like before, so not going to be too long a video or anything. I worry for my teacher. We too will take our leave. Yes, Lady Farnese. Rickett, we leave Magnifico to you. We will be returning to the palace. Of course, they dump this Magnifico guy as soon as they can. Useless bastards. Attack the Falcon of Light. He's too hasty. The fires of war are being fanned even now. No one can reverse this course. All will be swallowed up. Guts. These birds, they kind of look like a formation of birds or something. Flying over. Spies, perhaps. Behold, the new Kushan Emperor's parade. He is also the acting speaker of the Kurultai. What is this? Kurultai? It's not strange that you do not know. The Kushan Empire is secretive. It is an assembly of our highest leaders. God, look at this guy's neck. I'm really want to talk about it. I've got a terrible neck. I don't know why. All the fat I eat and such seems to just go to my neck, like nowhere else. It all just like stores here. It's really annoying. Oh, proper fat little neck, me. But look, don't know how much. I think my side profile looks alright, but it probably still does look a bit fat. I don't know. Not bad as that, but still, yeah. So weird. I wonder why it all stores there. Kushan is a vast and diverse country of many peoples. The chiefs of the tribes gather to debate and determine the course of the nation. And there is Sluggus himself. God damn. Like, which one's his chin? But yeah. I always, maybe it's like an English thing, like King Henry VIII and stuff like that, but I've always been like, with leaders that are so fat like this and unhealthy, it's like how do you expect to be a good role model? And that's to say the least role model. These guys are like in super high positions of power and such. And I know this guy isn't a king or anything, but like kings, how do you expect to lead a country if you can't even lead your own diet? Like, yeah, I don't know. I see. A war council preparing for battle, you could say. Indeed, as tyrant Emperor Ganishka held the Kurultai in contempt, after his death, consensus was to not repeat this mistake. Silat. One thing fascinates me, especially in this time period. Like, nowadays, I guess it's slightly more understandable. Still, I wouldn't appreciate it if my leader couldn't even lead his own diet. But in these times, it's like food is even more scarce and valuable, and I think you got a lot more likelihood if you were randomly born. I think you got a lot more likelihood of being malnourished than being overweight in this universe during this time period and such. So that's the common thing, isn't it? Fat equals greed. Is the kind of common yeah. You're greedy if you're fat, which doesn't bode well for you as a person, I don't think. I used to have this friend in primary school that used to be fat, and he used to always insist that he just had big bones. He used to always just like dismiss it. I don't know. It was like really delusional behaviour. Like, I never brought it up, but other people would like bring it up to him and such, and it'd always like act like he was skinny or something, just avoiding it completely. I don't mind talking about that too much because he's the same friend that I went around his house and he stole all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had a tin of all my rarest shiny cards and he stole them. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind talking about him whatsoever. Siler, one thing fascinates me. Yukush, I guess that kind of fits, doesn't it? Yeah, Yukushan. That's the thing though. With like that, with your prejudices like that. Again, sometimes it's understandable, sometimes it's totally correct. I mean, again, a lot of this stuff does come from somewhere. Like rumors. Rumors are usually wrong, but often come from somewhere, even if that's someone's feelings towards someone else. With stuff like that, it's I mean, again, it's accurate there, but it's not accurate for everyone, so you shouldn't judge everyone like that. You, Kushan, lost your emperor, and immediately after that, the great wave of the astral world turned the world upside down. It's like, I've been to Amsterdam a few times. Am I racist against Dutch people for being wary of people stealing my belongings while I'm in the capital of the Netherlands? No, that's just learning behaviour. Like, plenty of people get robbed and stuff in capital cities. Am I racist towards capital cities because I'm more wary of my valuables? No, but if people would use the same definition on other things as they are to that, I would be. And it's like, no, it's actually just like your human brain learning patterns and things like that. Even if you find that racist, sexist, or whatever. I won't speak too much again on that point. People like to be, with points like that, people like to be like, yes, this is my opinion, and my opinion is correct, and I won't take anyone else's opinion. So it's almost pointless talking about anything like that nowadays, which is really quite disastrous actually. But yeah, you Kushan lost your emperor, and immediately after that, the great wave of the astral world turned the world upside down. Yet to my eyes, your affairs, your people, this country, its military and laws all seem secure. Tell me, from where does this strength spring? That is quite impressive, isn't it? We've been able to bounce back so well. I guess that's a strong system. It doesn't matter too much on like a main leader. The system itself is the kind of pillars keep everything up. Even with that being said, though, like, yeah, Kushan really went through quite a bit during the last 50 chapters or so. His time. Since the immortal, since time immemorial, since time immemorial have we lived through violent revolts, carnage, and strife. The road we walk is paved by a bloody history of war. The loss of human life is on an entirely different scale. We will never yield to the likes of man-eating beasts. There's your answer. So that's how it is. In our part of the world, the Kushan have been formidable foes since ancient times. That has not changed, even now. So they got some beautiful facial hair, haven't they? Look at this guy. Lovely little moustache. Look at that beard. That looks like waves. It's pretty cool. Look how proud he is of it as well. It's a lovely beard. But look at this guy's as well. This guy's got his little pie. Everyone has the look of a grizzled veteran. Yeah, these guys look a bit scary here, don't they? Especially, look at this guy making this face. Yeah, they do. I'd agree with that. Behind enemy lines with nothing to my name. What did I just say? Behind enemy lines with nothing to my name. Sends a chill down my spine. Look at this guy's moustache as well. What would you have me do, Silat? As the only one here with a grasp on the situation in the West, and being royalty to boot, you have a right to speak. I shan't compel you, but any useful opinions on the overthrowing of the Falcon of Light would be welcome. Understood. We are gathered, my fellow Kushan. I hope this will be a most fruitful congress. Let us commence. The Kurotai. I'm really not too interested in politics in real life. I like it in anime, although Slime Dataken, the latest season I watched, was just like full of politics and boring ass shit, to be honest with you. Like, I liked Slime Dataken up until season 3 or 4, I think up until season 4 perhaps it is. But then a whole 12 episodes of the season was like dedicated to meetings, and I like the meetings in Slime Dataken. They're obviously fruitful and they progress the story, but at some point it's just like it gets super fucking boring because it takes you out of the story, because then you realise I'm reading politics about a made up story for this long. What's the fucking point? Like, the world building is already done. It's already been pretty fucking well done. It's already really good. Like, yeah. But that's not actual politics. Like, actual politics in real life, I really couldn't care less for. Like I said a minute ago, people, especially adults, it's amazing. Adults are actually worse than kids in the fact that they're very rigid in their opinions, very unwilling to change from such a petty kind of, almost again kid-like reaction of like, now my opinion's better than yours, I'm not going to listen to you because you're on that side. I just hate stuff like that. Like, I like to think I'm quite open with my opinions. I'm open to. It's like when I started watching anime, I was quite open to watching anime. That's obviously a thing quite people had, especially during the time I did start watching anime. It was a thing a lot of people had a kind of stigma against and such. Like, oh, that's for kids. That's for weirdos, otakus, and blah blah blah. Now it's actually very normalized. But yeah, people, you're always someone else. Like, how did you become who you are? Because you learn things that contradict what you knew before. If you're not open to doing that, even as an adult, you will not be able to evolve. You won't be able to continue to grow, and you'll just stagnate. And it's like, yeah. Also, I really like this turtle table they've got here. I think it's a turtle. It's a cool bit of architecture, isn't it? Yeah, that's why I don't really get involved in politics, or I've never looked into it, because that reason and just politicians seem like pretty disgusting people. Liars for the sake of success and so on. Just, yeah, nothing about anything to do with that has seemed appealing to me ever. We are gathered, my fellow Kushan. Oh, I've done this one. Young master, if you would lend me your ear, there's a most unpleasant premonition about this Kurultai. It won't end peacefully. Really? Oh, I hope so. First, oh new liege, there is something I would like to express. May I? Chief of the Northern tribe. You may speak. As you will recall, we chiefs did not gather like this during the reign of the late emperor. The Kurultai is a historical event. And yet, I sense that an unsuitable element has been let into this sacred space. That's quite the insult there, isn't it? An unsuitable element. How would you feel if you got called an unsuitable element? Do you not agree, young chief of the Bakiraka? This man. Bakiraka? Unfamiliar. Murder is their calling. Those people, most likely. Assassination? Murder, you say? Ill omen. They're here? God, look at Sarlat's reaction. Remove them! At once. Expel them from this place. What's happening? My lords, hold. A question. Why are we gathered here? To disagree over trivialities? No, I say we are here to decide Kushan's future. This criticism and censure is unproductive. God, sorry guys. This criticism and censure is unproductive and serves only to hinder fruitful discussion. And like, you get sentences like this. It's especially obnoxious in the UK, honestly. When I ever see it on like the news or TV, it's like what are these people saying half the time? They're just using the fanciest words they can to make themselves seem fancy or something. Joke. Do you not think so, my lord chief of the Northern tribe? You can imagine it's bad in Britain. We've got some very pompous people as it is. Man, this guy's head is really doing me in. Just like the kind of, he's got some musty looks to him, hasn't he? He's got some weird old, like, I wouldn't. If this guy was like looking at me like this, I'd be a bit like, please don't look at me like that. But yeah, a bit creepy. Silence. The general speaks true, of course. We have always been divided. Now is the time to seek unity. To overthrow the Falcon of Light and his phantasmal devils. Phantasmal devils. Now that's the type of big language I like. Phantasmal devils. chief of the northern tribe, you will refrain from making inflammatory statements that delay proceedings. As for the Bakiraka, they need not take their leave and may remain here. This guy actually seems like a decent guy so far, though. A sad state of affairs from what Ganishka wrought. The dignity of the Kushan have been trampled into the dirt. Those monsters and devils. We marshal our military might and strike them. That is all. But be that as it may, we have long been out in the cold, and are not privy to all the causes and reasons that have brought us to this day. High Sorcerer Daiba, will you not share with us what you know? Very well. These old bones will rattle for you. What? Is this true, Daiba? I also like this. Like, this is nothing, but that's what's so good about it. I really hate when anime especially do this, where they relay a piece of information we as the audience know about something, and we see a character in an anime relay that same information that we already know as an audience and have seen before. They they say it almost in totality to another character. So yes, it's handy that we as the viewer now know that another character knows this important piece of information. But just something as simple as this can show us that that's the case. And yeah, it's another problem of Slime Data, and that happened quite often in that later season. Oh, we spent half the episode someone telling someone else something we already knew. Thanks. Again, you got to take a step back sometimes and think about the audience. I know you're trying to create a good work of fiction and maybe realistic work of fiction and such, but sometimes again you got to take a step back and think about the person reading this, which should be the main kind of thing. But yeah. Annihilated, the dread Emperor, the Falcon of Light, and then Falconia, the world, twin trees, but then the branches in the sky. The lot of them. Ever the shrewd one, Daiba. The Daka, Pinchaka, and the demon womb, repulsive sins. Sorry, I forgot there was a full stop there. The Daka, Pishaka, and the demon womb. Repulsive sins, hideous in the extreme, cleverly omitted, you silver-tongued snake. Ah, so we did hide a bit of information. So we didn't tell him about the Daka, Pishaka, or the devil womb, which are all Kushan kind of made, I think, aren't they? They were pretty hideous, especially that demon womb thing. That was disgusting. Okay. Ha! Very well. What is the meaning of this, Chief of the Bakiraka? Allow me to cut to the chase. To defeat the Falcon of Light, please grant me Silat, the title of General and Supreme Commander of the great Kushan forces. Unless we fell the true demon, the Falcon of Light, there is no future for us. With our martial prowess and command of sorcery, we stand a chance. It doesn't feel like it. Again, as a viewer, it doesn't feel like anyone really stands a chance versus Griffith. I beseech you, do not be deceived. This lot has been highly suspect from the outset, through sophistry and trickery. I think that's trick or treat really fast. Trick or treat. And trickery would they bend us to their will. And your Highness the Emperor, don't listen to them. Do you intend to let them make you their puppet? You speak recklessly. Don't run your mouth, chief of the Norman tribe. Recklessly? Oh dear, what's the matter? Chief of the Norman tribe. You're back. Recklessly, you say? He does not seem well. Well, yeah, true. He doesn't. He's got some horns growing out his back. Well noticed there. This evil planner. It can't be. No. Get away from him. Is he a bomb? Oh shit. I think he's a bomb. So I was expecting him to transform there, but I think these are actually like things protruding and about to explode from him. Almost like one of my favourites from Saw. One of my favourites, but criminally it wasn't seen too much or anything. An exploding jar of nails. Sounds horrible, I know, but I think that's from Saw 5, which was a pretty bad Saw. I think from that point on, the Saw movies became pretty terrible. Other than the latest one, which was really good, actually, in my opinion. But yeah, always liked that kind of weapon of. I think it was in 3 as well, or 2. I can't remember. The one with the guy that got chained up and he had like a chain like there and on his arms and stuff. Yeah, they used that one a few times and saw just a classic bomb. The bomb is within a jar with a shitload of nails in there, and then poof, and then those nails go everywhere. This kind of seems kind of similar. Yesterday I watched a movie called I've been on a bit of a mission to watch all the Cronenberg movies, and I watched Existence yesterday, which was pretty good. But like, it's quite funny. It's aged really well in terms of the state of technology nowadays. It pretty much just like not really a discussion, but a showing of reality, and like it's like they go inside a game, and then reality just kind of blurs, and that's the case. Like, there's been quite a few movies and such like that with that topic, but it was really it's got that Cronenberg kind of style to it. A lot of disgusting stuff in there. It's got a lot of big stars in there as well. Willem Dafoe, Jude Law, a few other people. Ash from fucking Alien, which was nuts. But yeah, I enjoyed it. No, get away from him. So I think this guy just got protruded in the eye. So what happened there? Who set this up? You feel a disturbance in the odd just now? Lady Farnese, where are you going? I have to hurry. I have to make sure. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah, nice. So that wasn't just like a bomb or anything implanted. You're telling me what's his name? I like this guy's name as well. I like this guy a lot in general. Okay, what's his name? The more I think about it, the further away I get, I think. But I don't think I'm gonna remember. I like this guy a lot though. The only thing that's coming to mind is Sila and Ganishka, and it's like something like in between that. Raksas. There we go. And when I say in between that, it's like in between like 5 words and 6 words. 5 words and 7 words, and it was 6 words. Don't know how my memory worked there, but it is. Yeah, Raksas. I like Raksas a lot. It kind of looks like he's melting on the right side of his face here. So he's still alive. What happened to him? I feel like it was almost like it felt like it was almost kind of said and done with him. But I guess not. So he was inside that guy and just like exploded from him. That's pretty cool, honestly. Again, I'm a fan of Raksas. Yeah, look at him. He's like exploding through the guy. I like that. Kind of reminds me a bit of Malignant. The end of the movie. I won't say too much else. If you guys are fans of horror movies, check that out. It's a really good movie. Can't go wrong with a bit of James Wan. The boy is back. Let's go. Again, it's terrible news, but it's also kind of, again, awesome news at the same time. He's got his new mask as well. Oh, he's using both of these masks, the old one and the new one. The banished one bursts out onto the stage, and the tragedy begins. Well, this didn't end peacefully, did it? Okay, cool chapter. Thank you guys for watching. Again, we have got another chapter, of course. Cool chapter. I like it. Let's read some comments before we move on. Okay, so this came out. Oh, this only came out a couple weeks ago, and then another one's been released. Yeah, they released 2 within the space of a couple weeks, which is interesting, isn't it? Maybe there might be a third one to come out in a couple weeks more. Yeah. India takes on Griffith. Who would win in real life? I mean, obviously Griffith, but India's got that many people. I don't actually know. What is the population of India? Let's have another guess. This one, I mean, for the smart people, it's probably would be quite easy, but I don't actually know the population of India. I'm gonna guess 900 million, 940 million. No, it's 1.5 billion. Okay. To be fair, when I was born, I was pretty close, but no, quite far away actually. But yeah, that was going up at quite a high rate as well. I wonder if there's one of those graphs for Japan. There is, and look at the difference. Damn, that's interesting, isn't it? Look at the difference. In Japan, it's steadily kind of rising, and now it's actually going down. Wow, wow, holy crap! It is. Sorry guys, probably shouldn't be looking at this on Berserk video, but this is really interesting. See, I knew Japan was having issues in terms of fertility and making babies and stuff, but it's actually got that bad that the population's going down. Like the fact that it's going down is insane. Like, yeah, it doesn't sound that insane, but it's more insane than it sounds. So it's 128 million, and then it's gone down 4 million in the last 10 years or so. Wow, that's quite scary, is it not? This is interesting. Again, probably not the place to be doing this, but UK. Yeah, that's the thing. It's very normal. I mean, that's the norm, isn't it? For it to just go steadily up. Look at America. Bloody hell. America's goes up crazy amounts. Wow, that's really crazy. America's like almost doubled in like the last 60 years. It's crazy. Oh, that was interesting. What was India again? One last one. Apology, guys. India looked like it went up a lot as well. Yeah. 30 years ago, it's almost doubled in 30 years. That's also crazy. And again, everyone apart from Japan's going up, by the way. Kind of yeah, I think we can maybe have a good guess at what's going on with Japan. Kind of sad to see, isn't it? I have heard that the people having babies in Japan has decreased a lot. But not much else in the comments, so we will just move on to the final chapter for today. Hopefully, maybe in the comments we can maybe get a date on the next chapter as well. But yeah, the new episode of the greatest fantasy comic. Sylat versus Raksas. Raksas revealed. The tragedy begins? Question mark. Okay, let's go. So what's this one? Invited assassin. Northern Chief? No, get away from him. Yeah, he did explode from his back. Wasn't quite the nail bomb, which I said, but watch out! Something's taking flight. Guys looked all masculine before, now they're looking all sissy. I mean, to be fair, they did just see a guy explode from another guy's back. It's understandable. Damn, that's a cool shot there. So I really like the kind of double mask thing that you got going on here, as well as the broken mask thing. I just really like Raksas in general. I love stuff like this that is so malleable and so you have so much creativity with it. It's like why Mahito is one of my favorites in Jujutsu Kaisen, just because he could do anything. It was totally like a total freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted. And I love that kind of stuff. I also love kind of sadistic type people, a bit like Raksas. Raksas is a little bit sadistic, I think. I mean, he's felt the need to come out here and and do all this, so yeah. Again, I can't remember exactly what happened to him during the last fight. I think we like exploded him or something with Rika, right? He was obviously told to assassinate us, not by Griffith, but by Locus, who was also quite petty during that segment, wasn't he? Dick Ride and Locus. A spectre? Rakshas. Oh, they've got an H now. I'm going to call him Raksas still. First, the exiled Bakiraka, and now one of the Falcon of Light's apostles, an assassin? The Falcon of Light? Look at these expressions, man. I mean, these guys kind of, this one's kind of understandable. This guy's just pouting, and this guy's fucked. That guy's literally, like, yeah, he's in shock. He's in plenty more shock than this guy, and this guy looks like he's in hell of a shock. Oh dear. I love stuff like that. What am I? What am I? So he doesn't know he's Raksas? I mean, obviously there won't be any spoilers because this is the last bit of the source material, so I can Google freely what happened to Raksas. Berserk. Yeah, Rika shot him with a missile. Again, I vaguely remember because that was like light. It wasn't just like because of it was an explosion, but because the light an explosion kind of gives off. But it looks like that he's still alive, but he's lost his memories after that. Interesting. Many Kushan. This is not the Falcon City? The young master. I remember. I will say again, Silat's been looking pretty fucking awesome these couple chapters, drawing wise. I feel like a lot of the characters have been actually. Back then, I died. Yet I live. I died, but yet I live. Eee. How? Run! Ah! Out of my way! B. Quiet! Ah dear. Oh, you have help? Indeed. The young master's followers, soldiers disguised as servants. Not that it really helps. not versus Raksas. This guy can run. Now that's the most out there thing I was seeing in this chapter. He was quite a good, cool guy actually. Though I thought he was actually a pretty decent politician for what a politician is, I guess. Gave everyone a fair chance. Actually, he's a pretty good guy actually. Like again, that's another one of those things of subverting expectations. Like yes, you can have these prejudices and so on, but be prepared to be wrong. Quite often, people love to betray expectations. I feel like I'm like that as well. I perhaps in some things I purposefully try to send a message or show that I'm not the best at something just to betray those expectations after and impress more perhaps. I don't know. Your Majesty, this way. Get him out of here. like an example of that was the fact that I was always quite good at football and quite a fast runner, but I mentioned this in like my Nana videos. I used to do drugs, I used to smoke, I used to drink at like 13, 14, 15 years of age. And I always quite like people thinking the fact that, oh yeah, he wouldn't, like, he does all this, he wouldn't be any good like sports or anything, but then actually like be quite good. Obviously, at a later point, I did quit doing sports and stuff for a period of time, and then I came back to it. And as you can imagine, I was very unfit, so it does take a toll on you eventually. I feel like I only got away with that because I was a teenager. Um, yeah, I had to work really hard to stop smoking and get my fitness back up for quite a long time actually. Raksas, prepare yourself. The brute's an apostle, a phantasmal, a phantasmagoric. There we go. The brute's. I struggle sometimes with the slashes. The brute's an apostle, a phantasmagoric warrior capable of facing down 1,000 men. Don't get careless just because we have him outnumbered. Concealing his troops. That's the young master I know. It's amazing he recovered his memory so quickly. That's the thing though, he is like a bit of an entity, isn't he? So it kind of makes sense. Like, where is his, like, where would his brain be in there? Questions that don't really matter, but that's the thing. It's awesome. I love stuff like when it makes you question those things, like where, like the Joker, for example. It's like, where did he come from? Like, who is he? Like, what's his backstory? And the fact that we don't know is much more interesting because it makes you ask those questions than if we were to know. Especially if you find the resulting answer unsatisfactory. That's why I really like a lot of prequels and stuff, because it just like takes away a lot of the mystery that you can kind of make up yourself and kind of think about yourself. Keep your composure. He might try something. Yeah, the artwork on him looks great, doesn't it? I was a bit. I wasn't. I remember not being too big a fan of the new mask when it was during those chapters, but I'm quite a big fan of this mask now that it's broken. What is this prana? It couldn't be. The astral gates. It got cloudy all of a sudden, and yeah, is that a tornado? Oh shit. Oh shit. Nowhere in this fucking world is safe, is it? Apart from, ironically, fucking Falconia. Yeah, these bastards are. They kind of are these the troll things? They kind of look similar. They don't look exactly the same though. Look a little bit more lizard-like. I don't know. Slightly less gross. The Gremlins. Joe, that's a movie I haven't watched in years. Gremlin. I think it's just Gremlin, isn't it? I think that's one of those Mandela effect things. Oh no, it's Gremlins. Okay. Should be a classic, this did. It was quite scary as a kid as well, actually. Oh, fucking hell. Horrible thing is, like, as a human, you might actually survive that. Your whole face getting bit off like that. You might actually survive that and feel that. Just a horrible thought. Yeah, these things look a little bit like this troll kind of goblin things that we've seen before, but slightly different. Again, a little bit, slightly less. I don't know how to describe it. A little bit less disgusting. Slightly. I can hear it. Everyone in the city is radiating dread and terror. Their negative emotions. Fucking go, Farnies. Master Shirka's spirit still wanders the depths, so it's up to me. Let's go. Oh shit. The boy. Serpico. Then his wind sword. The sylphs. Yes, nice. Got all those limbs. Oh, now these are the guys that I was talking about. Lady Farnese. Serpico, you saved me. Lady Farnese, are these beasts? Yes, they may look different, but they are likely trolls. Ethereal beings. I forget. There was that whole debate, wasn't there? I forgot about it. It was ethereal. I think it's ethereal. Beings who have taken freshly form. The Quillpoth domain is manifesting once again. So they are the same. Okay. Again, they look really similar, didn't they? Just again, slightly less revolting. Kleepoth? Inside the castle? Yes, the heart of its odd is not far. We must hurry. This is beyond the abilities of a dumb apostle. How to summon a mass of demons of this magnitude must be. Oh, nice stuff here. Jesus, this guy really got brutalized in an instant, didn't he? Got his arm snapped off, chest ripped out, skull fucking all the skin from his skull ripped off. Like fucking hell, this guy got brutalized. Bunch of intestines up there. I'm pretty sure you can survive with like for a certain amount of time. I'm pretty sure it's a possibility to be able to survive with all your intestines outside of your body. And of course the Berserk trademark of the random wandering eyeball. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. They look a bit more like lizard-like and such, don't they? It's fucking. This guy's apples. Look at Ricker, what a legend. What man he's become. Look at him there. And everybody's cowering. Little Ricker, man, how much he's grown. It must be. A mortar. Young master. The elephants are going crazy. That is the thing with the elephants, isn't it? You fucking. That's what I said earlier about being scared of them. You startle them or something. Yeah. Scary. Yeah. Not the magical beasts, too. They're out of control. Oh, that's such a good thing to use against the Kushan, isn't it? You know they've got elephants. Just like that would be what if I was like go up against them. That would be one of my major plans. Like, yes, we'll make sure all their creatures are in disarray and go on a rampage, and then their own creatures can do a lot of the job for us. That's what I'd be like thinking. I'm not sure if they're like possessed or anything now. I'm not really sure, but even if they're not, like just the chaos that they bring, powerful weapon. This will do. Raxas. Yes. I love that Raxas. It's like Raxas. What do you want? Yes. What do you want? This will do. Deep in the pit of despair, where not even this demonic tumult reaches. I've heard that word before, not really sure what it means. I've heard the word tumultuous. Yeah, pretty good chapter there as well. Okay, some good chapters today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Looking forward to the next one for sure. Seeing a bit more Raxas versus Silat here. Some really good artwork. I wasn't a major fan of the artwork ever since the change. Of course, it was still good. Don't get me wrong, but I think in these two chapters it was actually really solid all the way throughout. Especially in the character kind of facial expressions and such. I thought were really solid. And yeah, like shots like this as well. Raxas looked awesome. Yeah, big fan. Again, thank you guys for watching. We'll just read some comments quickly before we move on. So it doesn't look like there's any confirmation of the next chapter, but I can imagine maybe it's in a few months or so. Or are these people here saying that we're going to get a chapter in a couple months? I think they might. Yeah, I think they might actually be saying here that we're getting one in a couple months, which is good news. And then the next comment is saying that the next one's coming out in 3 years' time. So. And that's what people are talking about. Ah, is that who they were talking about? Who was summoning the trolls? I was kind of wondering that because they obviously said it wasn't it wasn't Raxas. They kind of dumbed Raxas down a bit in terms of saying that it wouldn't be a measly. I mean, I don't think he's capable of that, but is it slaying then? Summoning these? I mean, we did see the kind of essence of these, I think, was in like her domain or something. Again, that was quite a while ago, so I kind of forget a bit, but I think she was like a source of these troll things, wasn't she? Okay. So yeah, not much else in the comments. Thank you guys for watching that. Again, 2 really good chapters here. You guys know I'm a big fan of all the Kushan kind of style and the architecture and the designs of them. I thought it was really cool. Again, I think especially, like I said, the faces and the expressions and such of the characters today really stood out to me. Like, it all looked really solid. I noticed again since the artist changed, that has been. I mean, there's still been some really good moments of that, but it has fluctuated a bit between like really good and just kind of like looking a bit off, just because we're so used to the ones by Miura. But I think they've done a really awesome job in these last couple of chapters here. Again, though, do let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys whenever the next couple of chapters come out.